baby in the trash can, and then she put another clean liner over the top of it.
You disgusting. Give my detectives all the information they need to take your fat ass to jail. The fact that you thought that it's not a good reason for you to go to jail just shows that you don't need a kid. You sick bitch. Now what you're about to see is you're about to see me, because I'm very intelligent and I'm very smart. So I can turn back and forth into an investigator, into a civilian, or whatever I gotta turn into. So right now, it's time for Taeda the investigator. No, Taeda G's the investigator. Lock in. When evil parents realize they've been caught. When cops realize their colleague is a pedo. 14-year-old thinks he's going home. I want to watch this one. When evil parents realize they've been caught. Ooh, I want to watch this. I want to see the look on his face when he realizes that it's evil.
But not every parent deserves a child.
Please, can I go and see him? Please, can I go and see him? Please, can I go and see him? Hey, loud. Can I go and see them?
Get in the back. Get in there. Please, why? What do you mean why? Get in the back of the car. Fly in the car now.
Here are 6 cases when evil parents realized they've been caught. Starting with this case, where an officer...
This is multiple different cases, so I'm gonna be investigating multiple different cases today. So welcome to Taeda G's interrogations. I'm not physically in the room right now, so well, yes I am. We're going to be interrogating. First up, we have this young lady right here, or old lady, whatever, I can't really tell. First, we have this lady right here, and we're going to be investigating her case today.
The Volusia County Sheriff's Office responded to a call concerning a child out on the driveway who looked neglected.
Okay. Who's... Did we find? No.
I just pulled over.
Okay. They were walking in the road?
Yes, he actually...
Oh, I know where he is. I think I'm pretty sure I know which one. He's from that one right there.
Oh, good.
I'm pretty sure. Hey, buddy. You want to come with me, or you good over there?
Let's see.
All right, let's go.
The kid was walking in the road. And as you can clearly see, this is a white young man, a white kid. And of course, it's a white kid. White parents tend to let their kids, how do I say this, do whatever they want. Because black parents, they give out ass whoopings. I would know. So, I'm not surprised that this is a white young man that we're dealing with in this case. Let's continue. Let's continue.
I think I remember this guy. Does he say anything to you? He didn't say nothing, though? No. Oh, okay. Give me 1 second. Come here, buddy. Gotcha. Jesus Christ. Give me one. Just hang tight for me 1 second and I'll get all your information.
2 concerned women had pulled over and dialed 911, fearing for the child's safety. But this isn't the first time the officer has dealt with the same child, as he knew exactly who the parents were.
Is this where you came from?
Of course. A trailer. Of course.
Hello? See my blue lights, buddy? Look at that. We're gonna sit in that car, actually. Can you hang tight with him while I pull my car over here and we can sit in the back of my car for a second? Absolutely is.
Poor little diaper.
Like, come on now.
My car in here.
I had to pull over. I had to.
You got your kids outside, like, with random people, police officers. Like, come on now. Like, just crazy. Let me make sure I don't sound stupid while this video play.
Absolutely. Let me pull my car in here.
I had to pull over. I had to.
No, absolutely.
Yo.
I wasn't walking, just walking right here.
Yo. Okay. Perfect. Perfect, nigga. Let me chill. All right, let's finish investigating this case because I'm really getting pissed off.
Let me pull my car in here. I'm pretty.
I had to pull over. I had to.
No, absolutely. So was he walking? Was he walking right here?
Yeah, get ready to walk into the intersection.
Damn, she got a big forehead. Damn,
Okay.
fat head,
Would you mind
fat
giving me
forehead.
a know exactly what happened? Okay, give me
I
one second.
definitely will.
And I know you're working, so I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible for you. You know, I don't want to say it's that trailer right there, but I was out here for a similar incident, and it was that trailer right there. So I'm gonna try to find the mom again.
Same child?
They were younger. They were younger, obviously, at the time, but.
Okay, this right here is unacceptable. So let me call. Where's this at? Where did they say this was at again? Where they say this was at?
Here are 6 cases when evil parents realized they've been caught. Starting with this case, where an officer from the Volusia County Sheriff's Office.
Okay, Volusia County. Okay. Because this is unacceptable. Volusia County. Let me see. This is unacceptable. This is very unacceptable. Volusia County. We're going to get this problem solved right now. Volusia County.
Thank you for calling the Volusia County Solid Waste Division. If you know your party's extension, press pound now. For English, press 1. Para Español, marque el dos. For container requests, curbside collection issues, and illegal dumping, please press 1. For holiday schedules, please press 2. For recycling education and adopt a road, please press 3. For facilities, locations, and hours of operation, please press 4. And to return to the main menu, please press 9.
I need to hear the main menu again. I wasn't
For
listening.
container requests, curbside collection issues, and illegal dumping, please press 1.
Okay.
For
This is unacceptable.
Please leave a message for collection and illegal dumping issues to include your name, address, and telephone.
Nah, we're not going to do that. We're going to find another number. Because this is unacceptable. I need to talk to somebody. This is unacceptable. And this looks disgusting. This is very unacceptable and very disgusting. Y'all see this right here? This is very unacceptable. And I don't like it. When I first moved to Atlanta
Thank you for
was worse
calling
than
the
this.
Volusia County
So,
Solid Waste Division. If you know your party's extension, press pound now. For English, press 1. Para Español, marque el dos.
1.
For container requests, curbside collection issues, and illegal dumping, please press 1. For holiday schedules, please press 2. For recycling education and adopt a road, please press 3. Please leave a message for collection and illegal dumping
Bro, why do you
issues
keep trying to
to
make me leave
include
a message?
name, address, and telephone number. Calls will be returned the next business morning. If you would like, requests for service and reports of illegal dumping issues may also be entered online at volusia.org/recycle. Thanks and have a great day.
Hello. This is an anonymous caller, and I'm investigating this case in Volusia County, and I just have a complaint that really disgusts me, and it's just very disgusting, and so I'm investigating this case, and dealing with this child. This child was roaming in the road, and I couldn't help but to notice a dumpster in the background of this recording, and it's very disgusting, and I just need something done about it. I need it to be handled. I need it to be dealt with, because I do not like it. I do not like this city looking like this. This county. I do not like this county looking like this. This is very disgusting. This could be very dangerous and harmful to the people in the community. And I hope that you can return my call and that you can get this problem fixed. And I want you to know that this problem is pissing me off. Thank you. Bye-bye. It's okay. It's okay. We're going to get it handled. It's going to take me to get it handled, because clearly these people living in these trailers clearly do not care about this. They clearly don't care about their place of residence. So it's going to take me to get it done. All right. I'm going to try to get through this without letting that piss me off.
I don't want to say it's that trailer right there, but I was out here for a similar incident, and it was that trailer right there. So I'm going to try to find the mom again.
Same child?
They were younger. They were younger, obviously, at the time, but that's why I'm kind of remembering him. You're a godsend today. Yes. Go ahead. You want to sit in the back of my car real quick? In the blue lights on? We'll put the blue lights on, all right? Woo! Look at you, man.
Oh, that's so cool.
Right? Look at you, all right? You want to sit in your car? Go ahead, we're a taxi and I'll hang out here with him. What's up, little man? You like it in here? Woo! Boom, push it. Look at that.
After receiving no response from the parents, the officer decides to take the witness statements and wait for the parents. The officer's behavior with the child should be applauded, as it helped with keeping the child calm. Not long after, the parents come out and are confronted by the officer.
Do you recognize me? No.
Confronted?
I was here last time when this happened.
Confronted? That sounded a little aggressive, but I sent this particular detective out because I know his work and I know he usually gets the job done. So he's very trustworthy. So I trust him to handle this well. So we're just gonna see how he handled this, because confront sounded a little aggressive, and I want to see how he deal with aggression, because I might can give him a raise.
You don't recognize me? I was here last time when this happened.
Oh, you recognize
you
him?
remember that? And your son today was in the street.
Yeah, he was in the street.
Luckily, some nice lady saw him and stopped before he got.
Yeah, call for daddy, because we need to see him too. While he out here with his shirt off, just like you.
Just sleeping? Yeah. Can we get him a new diaper on? His diaper is really soiled. You don't even want to, I mean, you can look at it obviously, but it's disgusting. I didn't even want to walk in there, but I wanted to make sure there wasn't another kid in there. Is this the same kid or a different one? No, it's the same kid. It's the same kid that called us last time. He's got a younger sister, I think. She's with the grandparents. So we're going to need to call DCF or the grandparents.
Shockingly, the mother had no reaction upon knowing that her son was on the verge of being run over, showing the type of people they are. Fortunately for the little boy, the officer then informs the parents that they are going to be arrested for child neglect.
Yep. See, this is why I sent this particular officer out, because he handled this very well. He acknowledged the ladies who helped out, and because they didn't have to stop and pick the kid up. They could have ran the kid over and kept going, but they stopped. So I applaud them for that, and I appreciate my officer who went out and handled this case well, because then he even showed that he cared about the kid in some ways. One, by letting him be in a car and keeping him company, and two, he told the parents or whoever he told to change the kid diaper because it was soggy. The kid was pissy. So I applaud this officer for that, and he is now bringing them into custody as he was taught in my training.
Come on, step out of the car. Put your hands behind your back. I've had enough of this with both of you.
What, so you're arrested?
You both are getting arrested to get your kid dressed.
For what?
Child neglect.
Why?
Come on.
Hey, fat man, what you mean for what? How about letting your kid leave the house? How about letting your kid leave the house and walk in the streets by himself? How about almost allowing your kid to get ran over because you were sleeping with your girl? How about that? That's why you're going to jail. And the fact that you thought that it's not a good reason for you to go to jail. Just shows that you don't need a kid. And I'm glad the daughter's with the grandparents. Now it's time for the other kid to go with the grandparents. And when the kid, and when the grandparents leave this earth, I hope they don't have to come back to you. I hope they. I'm not even going. I'm gonna just keep examining this case.
What do you mean why? Have a seat in the back of my car. I'll have enough for you guys. Sit in the back. Get in there.
Please, why?
Now you want to cry.
What do you mean why? Sit in the back of the car. Slide in the car now.
So let me get this straight. You was you when he told you that your kid was when he told you that your kid was in the streets again, you kept a straight face and you basically you looked at like you didn't even care. And now when he put you in the back of the police car and tell you that you're going to jail, now you want to cry and say why and do all this screaming and boo-hooing and crying and whining and dying. No, you're going to jail. I want to hear it now. And I'm glad how my officer is handling this. He did have to get a little aggressive with you because you were crying and boo-hooing and crying and acting like you care. So he did have to get a little aggressive with you and let you know, bitch, get in the car.
Poor parenting. Add that one to the list. Turn around. Come here. You're next.
For what? What am I?
Okay, fat man. That's your second time asking for what? Turn around and let my officer put the handcuffs on you. There's no more talking. There's no more discussions. We're not equal here. I'm the law, and you're the deadbeat dad that needs to go to jail. So it's no more discussion. So you can stop asking why. You can stop the turning pink, turning red, because I can see that you clearly is cooking from the sun. I can see that you getting deep fried by the sun right now. So the longer you stand here and ask why, the longer you will be in this sun getting deep fried. You could be in the back of my car in some handcuffs and with some air conditioning on, because this officer that I sent out is pretty reasonable from my understanding. So I'm pretty sure he will let you ride in AC. So shut up and comply.
Why am I getting arrested?
Child neglect. Put your hands behind your back.
What did I do though?
What did you do? It's what about you did to you. You didn't watch your kid. Your kid's out on the road. This is a history with you two. I mean, this is just a circus. All I want was the kid to get some clothes.
Yep, a circus, and you're a clown in that circus.
Turn around. That's what you were doing.
I was putting clothes on. This is not fair at all.
It's not fair. Yeah, it's not fair to your son. That's what's not fair to you. Have a seat.
It's not fair. Really, nigga? It's not fair? It's not fair to who? You? Your son almost got...
They're letting him eat old McDonald's that's like 10 years old. They can't get him clothes. But he's walking around with his glass everywhere. You know, this is just ridiculous. My patience is done with these two.
Not having shown any type of remorse for the situation in which their son was, but doing it when they realize they are being arrested is disgusting.
Exactly what I just said. That is exactly what I just said. And that's why I'm one of the top investigators. That is exactly what I just said. They had no feelings and no emotions when it came to the thought of their kid possibly getting ran over by a car. But when they're getting put in the back of a police car, then you want to have emotions? Then you want to cry? Oh no. Oh no. You're going to jail.
The couple's son was placed in the custody of the State Department of Children and Families, and the later identified parents, 28-year-old Yajira Tirado and 25-year-old Jacob Kruger, were booked into the Volusia County Branch Jail on a $5,000 bond. But if you thought those were disgusting parents, wait until you hear about Branch Jail on a
What's her name?
Placed in the custody of the State Department of Children and Families, and the later identified parents, 28-year-old Yajira Tirado.
Yajira Tirado. Let's see how Yajira is doing in the Volusia County Jail. Let's see. Let me see if I can get her on a phone call.
You have reached the Volusia County
A
Branch
25-year-old
Jail in
Jacob Kruger.
Daytona Beach, Florida. The division website can be accessed at www.volusia.org/corrections. In accordance with the requirements of Title II of the Americans with Disabilities Act, ADA, the Volusia County Division of Corrections will not discriminate against qualified individuals with disabilities on the basis of disability in its services, programs, or activities. The division generally provides auxiliary aids and services to qualified individuals with disabilities who are inmates or who have business at the jail. If you require such assistance, please request it as soon as possible, but not later than 2 business days before the service is needed. For more information, please visit the division's website. If you know your party's extension, press pound now. Please listen to all the following options since our automated service has changed. For visitation information, please press 2. For inmate banking, please press 3. For inmate mail, please press 4. For inmate... The address for regular inmate mail is as follows. SCH
No, I need to talk to somebody.
Florida. Inmate name dash booking number. P.O. Box 30, Pinellas Park, Florida 33781. Legal mail, bank statements, packages and publications, money or invalid entry. The address for invalid entry. The address for regular inmate mail is as follows.
I need to talk to somebody.
SCH-BCBC, Florida. Inmate name dash booking number. P.O. Box 30, Pinellas Park, Florida 33781. Legal mail, bank statements, packages and publications, money orders, and cashier's checks should be mailed to inmate name and booking number, Volusia County Corrections, 1354.
I really don't
Indian
want to hear all
Lake
this, man.
Road,
I just want to
Daytona
talk to
Beach,
somebody.
Florida 32124.
No, can I talk to somebody?
One moment, please.
Thank you.
Hi, you've reached the Volusia County Branch Jail mailroom, Miss Aponte. Please leave your name, number, and a brief message, and I will return your call as soon as possible. My hours are Monday through Friday.
Shut up. I was trying to talk to somebody in the jail and make sure these 2 dweebs is still in there. It's okay. Hopefully they change their life around.
Were booked into the Volusia County Branch Jail on a $5,000 bond. But if you thought those were disgusting parents, wait until you hear about 19-year-old Alexi Treviso.
I'm just going to tell you this. I've never, ever seen a reaction like that girl. I don't even know what to say about it. There was zero emotion.
On January 27, 2023, Alexi Treviso was admitted to Artesia General Hospital in New Mexico for extreme back pain. The only thing, however, is that this wasn't just normal back pain. She was having labor pain, and instead of letting the doctors know, she decided to do the unthinkable. What followed was an incident that would forever traumatize the medical staff involved in the case.
So we started working her up. We did a pregnancy test on her, showed positive. She was denying that she had sex. Then she said she had to go to the bathroom. She went to the bathroom.
Red flag already. How can you be pregnant without having sex, ma'am? How? Red flag already. Now, as a detective who's been doing this for many, many years, I can already tell that this person that we're dealing with in this case is not the brightest. In fact, she might be a little retarded. In GTA. I forgot I'm on Twitch. But let's just see the rest of what she got to say.
She was in there for quite a while. She had sex. Then she said she had to go to the bathroom. She went to the bathroom. She was in there for quite a while. We had a knock on the door. Finally, we got her to open the door, and there was blood everywhere. She was cleaning it up. So we took her back to the room, and I was afraid that she knew she was pregnant. She had done something to herself. So the doctor started doing an exam on her. We had the lady come to clean the bathroom, she put the baby in the trash can, and then she put another clean liner over the top of it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So when they looked in there, it looked.
You disgusting. I'm gonna just calm down. Well, I'll crash out. And as a detective, I know that I shouldn't be crashing out, so I'm gonna just calm down. Because what I just heard disgusted me and made me sick to my stomach.
There's no trash in it, but it's underneath the clean bag. The baby's dead. Okay, we have him in trauma too, but she killed the kid.
Yeah, how old was the baby?
I don't know. It's full term. She just had it. She had it in the bathroom. Was what happened. And then whatever she did, I don't know. She's gonna lie. She wouldn't tell us she's pregnant. She's been lying the whole time.
So
Alexi had been in the
So she went into labor in the bath. She forced herself to have the baby in the bathroom, and then threw the baby in the trash can. How could you do something like that? You stupid. Let me calm down.
bathroom for quite some time until nurses realized something was wrong. Initially thinking that Alexi had hurt herself, they never imagined finding a deceased newborn in the trash can of the bathroom.
We discovered a dead baby in the bathroom. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. Freaking out of me. I didn't know what to do.
Lexi, I told you about this. I just asked you, baby, to tell me the truth.
It was not crying or nothing.
What did you do to it?
Okay, stop right now. Stop.
Number one priority, guys. Number one priority is she just had a baby. I don't know if she's delivered the placenta. She's bleeding significantly.
Yeah.
I've spoken to the obstetrician at Loveless. They want her up there as soon as possible.
Okay.
I just need your permission to transfer her for medical since she is.
She's 19.
Oh, you're right.
But she is a student too.
She's still 19 years
You're
old.
right. You're right. She needs to. I'm sorry, I forgot she's 18.
Why she look like she's smiling a little bit? Cause I'm gonna be honest, that cry in the beginning sounded a little too fake for me. Okay, so, and now it looks like she's beginning to smirk a little bit, and I don't like that. Okay, I don't like that. I'm gonna continue watching.
But you need to make sure that you're safe. I need to send you to Loveless to labor delivery. Will you please agree to that?
Yes.
Okay, great. I'm gonna work on that. In terms, I'm sorry about this, but in terms of delivering a baby and it looked like you tried to hide it, you do have to have the police involved.
Nothing was crying. It came out with nothing.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
Yeah,
But
you killed
the
it,
baby's gonna
bitch.
have to be taken for autopsy and.
So now you're going to jail for murder.
I'm really sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But we need to do this correctly.
And mom, I see you're a little distressed, but I'm sorry, but your daughter is a murderer, so she will be going to jail. And I have sent my officers over. I'm not sure if they arrived yet, but I have sent my officers over, and they will be questioning her, and she will be getting arrested and interrogated for murder. So, sorry, mom, but it had to happen. You should have raised your daughter better, to be honest with you.
The newborn had been found covered with linen at the bottom of the trash can, which shows that Alexi had tried to hide her crime but failed. Not only that, but she refers to her baby as nothing when saying nothing was crying, which again shows the type of person she actually is.
Where did you put the baby at? Tell me the truth.
517.
She's smiling right now. You sick bitch. You smiling right now.
You put it in the bag?
Yes.
No, what bag? Why didn't you say anything to us? Do you want to get in trouble for this now? You could get in trouble for this.
The mother's reaction and attitude to the news are totally not what one would expect in a situation like this. More sad is to see one of the nurses showing more compassion and grief for the baby than his real family.
And all I saw was like blood everywhere, like on the walls, on the toilet. It just looked like horror film. The umbilical cord looked like an animal had torn apart. Like, you know, if you ever eaten string cheese, and you know, when you twist it, that's how the bottom of the umbilical cord looked. And I just remember it caught my eye, and I was like, God. I was like, this chick really ripped this thing apart. When there's like one or two things in the wastebasket, I usually pick it up and take it out, but I didn't that night. And then, like, I've been kicking myself on this because I feel like
Yeah. She deserved to go to jail. Cause not only did she force herself to have the baby to get rid of the baby, but from what this young lady right here just said, she tried to rip the baby apart. Now, that makes me sick to my stomach. So, I'm going to talk to the judge that will be involved in this case, and I'm going to make sure that you get all the time in a way that you deserve. Okay? Okay.
You know, if I would have just taken it out, I would have seen it.
Well, no one prepares for that type of thing. You know what I mean? Most people don't act like that. So don't blame yourself for it.
Yeah.
Because it's not a natural thing to do.
I mean, it's just hard because I'm a mother, I'm a grandmother. And I've dealt with death before, but never like this.
Right.
You know, like, it was horrible.
Alexi Treviso was finally detained and later arrested on charges of first-degree murder and tampering with evidence. She faces life in prison if convicted.
Thank you.
Up the ground. Just tell me what's going on.
I did indeed talk to the judge. Hopefully, she gets sentenced to life.
This is my house. I have a right to see the
I'm letting you know she has work for her.
Yeah, this is your house, but you don't have a right to see anything, bitch. You already know your daughter killed a baby, so you should be in GTA. So you should be willing to give your daughter to the officers instead of. Yes, you do have a right to see the warrant, but in this case, no, you don't have to see anything. You know that your daughter killed the baby, so how about you just bring in GTA? How about you just bring your daughter to the door and let my officers do what they need to do and take her away and put her away for life. You should have raised your daughter better.
Okay, can we see the warrant?
Yeah, once we get the home.
She gets a copy of it.
Can I go up there? Will you take her up there?
You can go to the detention. Do you know where it is?
Everything?
Hey,
Okay, so what is she under arrest for?
She's over 18. She's got a copy.
I understand that.
Right.
Detective.
What is she under arrest for? I'm going to replay that. And I want the viewers here to acknowledge this dumbass's face when she says that sentence out her mouth. Just acknowledge her face when she, you know.
What is she under arrest for?
She's over 18.
Let me rewind it a little
You know
more.
where it is?
Everything?
Hey,
Okay, so what is she under arrest for?
She's over 18. She's got a copy. You know where it is?
Everything?
Hey,
Okay, so what is she under arrest for?
She's over 18. You know where it is?
Everything?
Hey,
Okay, so what is she under arrest for?
She's over 18. Detention. Do you know where it is?
Everything?
Hey,
Okay, so what is she under arrest for?
She's over 18.
Now, I wish I can. I'm gonna relay a message to my officers, and I want them to ask her, did that hurt? And when they ask her that, I know what her answer is gonna be. It's gonna be, did what hurt? And I'm gonna tell my officers to then say, did it hurt when that stupid came out your mouth? That's what I'm asking. Did it hurt? Did it hurt when that stupidity came out your throat? It had to hurt. Because that was very stupid, ma'am. What did she get arrested for? I don't know. Maybe killing a baby in GTA?
I understand that.
Right.
Detective,
And ripping it
What
apart?
is she under arrest for?
She has warrant for arrest.
For what?
That's all I'm going to. Okay?
What do you mean that's all you're going to tell me?
I mean, she's over the age.
I understand that, but I have a right to know as well.
We'll tell you that.
Okay, then let me know now. Let me know now. I'm giving you the corporation. I told you answer my question. What is she under arrest for?
Okay, I'm gonna, to the viewers, if you don't understand what I'm doing, I'm gonna go ahead and communicate with my officers, for a second. Officer Tom, I'm gonna give you the permission. At any point, if you feel irritated, I'm gonna give you the permission to get a little aggressive with this young lady standing at the door asking stupid ass questions. So I'm gonna give you the permission to do that because I can see all of you getting a little irritated. I'm watching the tape back right now. I can see all of you getting a little irritated, and I'm gonna just grant you the permission to get aggressive if you feel irritated, and let me know the outcome. Copy.
Make matters worse, not long after this incident, Alexi was seen enjoying her school prom, and her mother is suing the hospital. Long after this incident, Alexi was seen.
And I hope sir, and I hope you are not the one that I hope you are not the one that impregnated this young lady, and I hope you are not the one to that gave this young lady the idea to take this child's life. And if you didn't know about it, I just would like to know, why would you still go to prom with her? If you know she's that type of person, you know she's the type of person that would take a baby's life and rip the baby apart and stand at a high school prom and smile like this, like nothing ever happened. Why would you still go to prom with her? That's all I would like to know. But I'm gonna let you know right now, sir. Get all the ass that you can get from this lady, because she's going to jail for the rest of her life.
Enjoying her school prom, and her mother is suing the hospital, blaming them for the whole ordeal. But if you thought parents couldn't get any worse, on April 22nd, 2021, police arrived at a home to discover the cries of children screaming for their mother. Neighbors concerned about the kids' well-being were quick to dial 911.
Is that someone has that prayer record? Are they both your children? Yeah.
The officers that arrived then found the children locked in a room in deplorable conditions. The mother, once confronted, even dares to put their cries off as them playing.
Hello? Yeah, you. Yeah.
Are you the mother of these children here?
Yeah, what's up?
They've been screaming and crying?
Yeah, they're playing. They have the windows open. That's what they do.
They're not playing, ma'am.
He looks like he needs some juice or something. Show me his cup.
Yeah, I was just about to go get them.
Okay, well, we're getting complaints.
Okay, officers, I disagree with this method that you're doing right now. So I'm gonna encourage you to bum rush that house and get those kids out safely immediately. But I'm not there to do anything, so I'm just gonna suggest that if you wish to do that, I would suggest that you do that, because those kids are clearly not playing and they're clearly stressed out. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna suggest that. Okay, copy.
They feel like there's children in distress over here.
Yeah, they're very loud and they scream a lot.
Yeah, it's called a kid.
Yeah, it's called a kid,
They scream
dumb
a
bitch.
lot and they're very
How old are they?
What, kiddish? They're screaming a lot and they're very childish? That's what you're about to say? Yeah, maybe because they're fucking kids. Stupid.
yeah. They scream a lot and they're very
How old are they?
it's almost 2 and 3. They're very
Is anybody supervising them?
Yeah, I was just in there. Like I was just in there getting them stopped.
Mm-hmm.
But I have my other daughter in the
So there's like 10,000 choking hazards in there that they're locked in that room and nobody's in there supervising them? As they're screaming for the whole neighborhood to call us?
Right in your eyes.
And this apparently has not been the first time from all your neighbors calling in, saying that they hear this multiple times throughout the week. Do you have an ID with you?
The officers, besides the disgusting look of the house, notice cockroaches on the walls. And to make matters worse, she even declares that the house is a safe environment for her children.
When was the last time you even changed their diapers? As it's sagging there, probably full.
They had a ton of juice and it was probably an hour and a half ago.
Okay, enough with the excuses, man. Once again, officers, I'm going to suggest that you bum rush the house and stop engaging in conversation with this bitch, because honestly, I'm losing my cool and I'm sick of hearing her voice. I'm getting very irritated, so I will suggest that you bum rush the house and get those kids out safely. Copy.
Change their diapers.
Does this seem to be a safe environment for your children?
Yeah, it's completely safe. It's just they're very, very loud and vocal. And since both of the windows are open,
This is a safe environment, huh?
we're still cleaning it out. Their uncle and aunt just left and they trashed the place. So,
I'm not enthused
Okay, I'm gonna.
so far, to be honest with you.
neither am I.
You notice the cockroaches on the walls? Yeah. And you can see the
So the screen was in there.
Yeah, the screen was in, but you see how they had the holes and stuff, but they're pushing their fingers through, and I mean, I feel like you could easily push that out if you actually tried.
Okay.
It took her several minutes. It seemed a good amount of time to answer the door. When she answered the door, she was like groggy and tired.
Was the baby with her when she answered the door?
No.
So she was
The infant was asleep in the bed. She seemed tired, groggy, kind of out of it, like she just awoken. And they were banging on the door that was locked from the other side.
That out.
Just with an empty juice cup. Mom.
With
It's
an
just
empty
screaming. Juice cup.
Juice cup. Oh, juice cup. I was like, what's a juice cup? Okay.
And screaming, mommy, juice. And just loud screeching.
The mother, who previously had no reaction to being told about her children's cries, now is seen breaking down as she's arrested for child neglect.
Yeah, see. You parents love to do this. You love to act all nonchalant. You like to act like you don't care when the officers is questioning you. But for some reason, when you getting put in handcuffs and getting put in the back of a police car, then you want to cry? Then you want to act like you care for kids that you birthed? I don't understand that. I don't. So, fuck you, and you're going to jail. And those kids are going to be put in a better position because you don't know how to be a fucking mom.
So based on our findings tonight, okay, we do have probable cause to make the arrest on both of you.
More than probable cause.
It's just not fair for what's happening with these kids.
So officers, whoever phone that was ringing, I always tell you guys to turn your phones on do not disturb while you're on the job. So I'm gonna give this a warning, and I want you to let whoever know phone that was. I want you to know that this is a warning, and I don't want to have to keep letting you know to turn your phone on do not disturb. Okay, copy.
All right, so both of y'all are going to be going to jail tonight for child neglect. Okay, DCF has obviously custody of the kids, and they're going to be staying with your sister, cousin. Is that what it is? Hopefully you guys are able to get out tomorrow. You can get back to your baby.
Yeah, but what? We have no money. I have no family.
I understand, but we have probable cause to make the arrest.
We don't tolerate this. All right. The conditions they're in is unsafe for them in general. Completely unsatisfactory.
You're going to probably wonder why your ID when you go. Alright, go to bring your phone back to us. Three pops together just like you're praying. Pops together like you're praying.
Christina Coe and Gilbert Bridewell were finally arrested and transported to the Sheriff Perry Hall inmate detention facility. They were both charged with 3 counts of felony child neglect without great bodily harm. Detention and Gilbert Bridewell.
That's her. Who trusts them to be parents? Look at them. What a ugly piece of shit.
Were finally arrested and transported to the Sheriff Perry Hall inmate detention facility. They were both charged with 3 counts of felony child neglect without great bodily harm. And because neighbors called the cops, these small babies were saved from terrible people like this. And another very similar situation happened too. But this time, kids were left in a hot car until an Uber driver realized it. On August 21st, 2021, Ohio police officers responded to a 911 call about kids being left out in a car for hours.
You pointed out to me that you seen the kids in the car left. I talked to the little girl. She said she don't know how long she's been in here.
Okay.
One is like an infant, probably like 4 or 5. And I think the other one's like 3 or 4.
Okay.
I was just doing an Uber Eats here.
You're fine, okay.
And drove by, and the little girl was hanging out the window screaming.
What, the windows were rolled up though?
Like the two how they are were kind of like how they are, but the 2 back were this one was up. The little 3-year-old here was hanging out the car screaming. Like I was screaming for her mom, so I stopped and I was like, what's your mom's name?
What's your name?
Steven.
Say you notify.
I do gig work for work,
Okay,
so
okay.
I was doing an Uber Eats here, and like I said, I drive by and the little girl was hanging out the window screaming for her mom. So I'm a parent, so I was like, I walked up to the car to make sure there was nobody in the car with them, and I asked her, I said, "What's your mom's name? I'll go get her." And then I saw the security guard and I asked him to come outside because this is a serious matter, and I
And I was like, you gotta call the police. This isn't okay.
Here we can see how, thanks to this guy, these kids were saved from a fatal fate. To the shock of everyone, we are later informed that the mother had been donating her plasma and had checked in at 7:30 in the morning, leaving her 2 children in the hot car for almost 4 hours until this point. It seems that because this happened in the morning, the kids were luckily able to resist for longer, as it wasn't too hot.
So she's been checked in with us since 7:30 a.m.
7:30 a.m. Okay.
And what time is it now? Officers, I'm gonna need you to document 7:30 a.m. and document what time it currently is now at the time of this taping. Copy.
Oh my God, Lord Jesus.
It's getting really warm out here now.
It's really hot.
And
And look, the baby's dressed in pants and long sleeves.
what's your name?
My name is Stacy. I'm the registered nurse here.
Alright, Stacey. Alright, we're just gonna check out.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Been here since 7:30.
Poor little girl.
Been here since 7:30.
When
Poor
confronted,
little girl.
the mother was seen unable to process what she had done wrong, clearly showing what a great parent she is. Like we've seen in the other cases, she breaks down crying after being told she is going to be charged for child neglect, but has no reaction to when the officers
Isn't
told
it
her
a pattern?
about how she had endangered her children.
The windows are rolled up. Yes, ma'am. And the kids are here now. Yes, ma'am. All right. Yes, ma'am. We come here. However, they were unable. People here, bystanders, were able to, open the door, give the kids some water. Okay. Yes, ma'am. However, this is serious. This is severity crime. Okay. You can't just leave the kids in the car unattended. All right? The car was not on.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't leave it on.
Yeah, I mean, it's hot outside. You know what I mean?
Oh, so you mean to? Okay.
Even if it was on, people can take your children, they can take your car, and it's like near 85 degrees outside. Inside that car heats up very fast, and children at a young age are they're easily raise their temperature level.
All right, so I'm gonna talk to my sergeant here. We want to let you know how we're gonna proceed. We're gonna go to the hospital.
Thank you, officer, for educating this obviously dumb lady.
We'll go from here, okay? Hold on, I got it.
No, don't cry now. Don't cry now. It's not time to cry.
No.
But put your hands down. We're just detaining you right now, right?
I'm being detained.
Yes, you are. And you're being arrested. So.
Like you're praying. There you go.
Yep, like you're praying. What you should do right now.
The mother, who
talk to
previously
God and
hadn't
get
checked
right with
up on
God.
her kids, now demands
You're
to
gonna
see
need
her
it.
kids as she's being arrested.
Hold on.
Oh, it's your babies now. See, hold on. See, this is what pissed me off about people like this. You go do something. You go do something, whatever you doing at this place. Good. You go do whatever you doing at this place, and you think that it's a good idea to leave your kids unattended in the car by themselves without a care in the world. Then you get caught by the police, which you didn't think was going to happen, and now they're your babies. Now it's, let me go see my babies. Well, I hate to break it to you, lady. You hate those kids, and that's the truth. So they're not your babies. Oh, let me get something for the thumbnail. Alright, should be good. Should be checking on them in a minute. I don't know why my stream deck not working, but it's gonna piss me off. It really is. Okay. Let's finish this case. Oh no, don't cry now.
7:30, right? 7:43. Okay.
Please, can I go and see him? Please, can I go and see him? Please, can I go and see him?
Hey, loud.
May I go and see them?
Yeah, they're going to the hospital.
You ain't want to see him at 7:30.
The woman, later identified as Tamisha Massey, was finally charged with
Whoa,
endangering
whoa,
children.
whoa,
She was then
whoa,
entered into a
whoa,
drug
whoa, whoa,
court-mandated
whoa.
program where she successfully completed it after a few months. And if you thought...
Why did her face get blurred out? All the other people's face didn't get blurred out. Officers, I'm gonna need you to send me over a copy of the body cam footage with the young lady's face not blurred out. I don't know why y'all blurred her face out in the first place, but I'm gonna need a copy of an unblurred version. Copy.
A mother leaving her kids in the hot car for hours was shocking. Then you haven't heard about the heartbreaking ordeal the kids in this case had to go through. Brittany Gosney and James Hamilton lived with their 3 children, aged 6, 7, and 9 years old. To say they were bad parents is an understatement, as the couple would do anything other than take care of their kids. Often served microwaved Hot Pockets for dinner, the kids would survive in the toxic household where James would often lose his rage, and Brittany found ways to not look after her children. That is, until March 2021, when Brittany and James arrived at the police station to report their 6-year-old, James Jr., missing. After noticing unusual behavior from the parents, detectives placed the couple in separate rooms for questioning. What unfolded is absolutely disturbing.
Did you wake up the kids or Brittany to make sure they didn't know where little James was?
Well, it was around about 8:30 this morning. I woke back up, woke up with everybody, and we all went looking again, and we couldn't find him nowhere we came in.
What's your gut feeling of what you think happened to little James?
I don't know. I'm hoping he's somewhere there in the neighborhood hiding.
Does he have any friends that he hangs out with?
None I'm aware of.
Does he have any of the parks that he likes to go to?
Any parts. I mean, he's ready to swing, anything we're on.
Okay. Well, like I said, I really appreciate you talking to me. And we're still trying to get to the bottom of all this. And obviously, you and Brittany are our number one sources of information that's going to help us right now. But we got to find him. I'm sure you want him found as bad as we do.
I'd like to go as soon as possible before I go back out looking for him.
Sure. Well, you hold it tight right here. If you need something knocking on the door, I'm going to go check and see what else they've come up with. Maybe I got some good news.
James mentions that after a dinner of pizza rolls, they had put the children to bed. He then checked in on them at around 4 o'clock in the morning when he realized little James was missing. But is this the same story that Brittany would tell the detectives?
I bet not.
Did the 6-year-old get in trouble last night?
Yeah, he got in trouble for something. I remember what it was.
You don't remember what it was? Okay. What was the punishment last night? Corner.
Red flag already. First of all, if your kid got in trouble and you don't remember what it was for, it wasn't important. It wasn't important enough for him to be punished for it because you don't even remember what you punished him for. So usually when parents punish their kids, they usually remember what they punished their kids for, and they usually feel sorry at whatever punishment they gave their kids. But as you can see here, viewers, she looks like she don't even care. She said, last thing I remember, he was in trouble. What one of my officers asked, what was she in trouble for? She then responds, I don't remember. And he said, what was the punishment? She then responds, corner. While that is not a severe punishment, and I don't actually believe that that was the punishment. Yeah, I don't know what I was about to say after that, but yeah. It wasn't important.
That's okay. That's fine. Some people don't. You guys, what did you have for dinner last night?
They had pizza rolls and chips.
The kids did? Okay. They're telling me that James had gotten in trouble for something and that he wasn't given pizza rolls, but he was given bread instead because that was his punishment. You remember that?
No, we gave them like lunch meat sandwiches at lunchtime.
And then all 3 of them, you're saying, got pizza rolls last night? Why would the kids tell me that?
I would never make them go without any milk.
I know that.
I'd rather go without before them.
I understand what you're saying. I'm just trying to figure out what they're talking about, what the kids are talking about. Basically, I'm waiting for my guy to come here. He's going to do the polygraph for me, and we'll just kind of go from there. I got guys out canvassing the neighborhood, so we're actively looking for James.
So they're going to put her on the lie detector test. Great work from my officers. my detectives.
So we're looking for James now. Don't think we're just sitting here talking to you. I got a bunch of people out doing this.
I was going to say, is anybody even out there
Yes,
looking for him?
yes, 100%.
Because I'm sure brother and sisters worry about
Yes,
those
yes.
brothers.
Your daughter also said sometimes the big James doesn't get along with little James. What would you mean by that?
I don't know.
Does little James get any more or less trouble than the other two?
They all get
Right.
about the same.
They're all close to the same age. They all, yes, okay. So,
I know James does like his mean to them, so taking their toy away.
all little James.
Yes, not that.
I got you.
How about I just say my son?
Get that over.
How let me give my detectives 1 second. Let me give my detectives a question to ask this bitch. Detectives, come in. Detectives, come in. All right. So, a question that I want you to ask this bitch: how could she possibly be finding anything funny or amusing at this time of her son currently being lost out somewhere out in the world, and she doesn't know if he could be dead or alive in GTA? So yeah, I want you to ask her that, because that just really pissed me off that this bitch have the nerve to laugh when her son is missing and he could be deceased. Over.
Brittany's reactions are really unusual for a mother who has just lost her kid. Instead of being hysterical,
and this is why I am one of the top detectives. I just said the exact same thing as this young man narrating this video. She's
she is
too
casually
calm.
really unusual for a mother who has just lost her kid. Instead of being hysterical over it, she is casually chatting and even laughs along with the detective. Detectives know they need a confession from either of them to find young James, but they have assumed the worst already, and so they decide to confront James with the information that Brittany has told them everything. This being a risky chance the detectives are willing to take.
Hey, James. Yes, sir. Talk to you out there at your house. Yes, sir. A few minutes. I just talked.
Hey, officers, come in. Detectives, come in. Okay. I'm gonna need you guys to order some WD-40 for that door, because that door was way too noisy when you walked in the room. Copy.
To my girlfriend there, and I'm terrible with names. What's her name?
Brittany.
Brittany. All right. Now she's told me most of the truth. Okay. She's saying she don't remember where he's at, but she's told me about he's dead. Okay. And that you guys were together. Okay.
What do you want to know, sir?
I need to know where the body's at.
That I do not know. As for
Whoa.
Where the body's at. Okay. And that you guys were together.
Wait.
He's at. She's told me most of the truth. Okay. She's saying she don't remember where he's at, but she's told me about he's dead. Okay. And that.
So the kid is dead. Okay. Let's keep watching, because I totally missed that.
You guys were together. Okay.
What do you want to know, sir?
I need to know where the body's at.
That I do not know. As for me being with her and the kids, no, sir, I was not.
Okay, and we can talk about that later.
At home.
We can talk about if you were there or not later. Okay, she's saying all five of you were together, and this is what happened. Okay, I'm not going to go into details what she told me there. Okay, so at this point,
Well, what did she tell you that happened, sir?
well, I know that he's dead, and I know that his body's somewhere, and I need to figure out. I'm wanting right now to recover his body is really important to me, because it gives closure to both of you guys. Okay, that's the most important thing. We can go into detail later about what's happened. Okay, but surely she's smart enough to tell you, even if you weren't with her. Okay, you got to take some ownership of this. Okay, don't minimize anything.
Ownership I would take of it. I didn't call when she brought the body home, sir.
Okay, where is the body then? When she brought the body home, what did she say she did with it?
She didn't tell me, sir. It happened up at Rush Run Park. Is where it happened at.
It happened in Rush Run.
Yeah, she was supposed to take the kids up there, give them a scare tactic.
Right.
Drop them off for a few minutes, turn around, go get them, because they all was acting up real bad.
Right.
James claims that
So
Brittany
you
had
killed
taken
them
the kids to a remote area
in
out of
GTA.
town as a sort of punishment to get them to behave, during which little James had tripped and fell. The impact had ended his life. Brittany then brought the body back home to where James was waiting.
But now, so when she brought the body back to the house.
She brought the body back to the house.
And what's the conversation then?
Conversation.
I've been freaking out.
I was. I told her. I mean, she called me.
So, did she leave? You're saying she brought.
Okay, so both of these parents are not all the way there, as well as the other parents in in these investigations, because he is to way too calm about talking about his now deceased son. He's way too calm. So I'm using my detective expertise to point that out.
Body back home now?
Yes.
Okay, where was the body at when you saw it?
Upstairs in his bedroom.
In his bedroom. When was all this? A couple days ago? Yesterday, today?
Friday night.
It was Friday night, so we're into Sunday now. We were Sunday morning. And how did you guys come up with the idea of, well, we're going to have to report him missing at some point, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
That was our idea, sir.
Okay. So she brings the body home. Is it in the bedroom? And then what happens? Even if you yourself went out totally by yourself and got rid of it, I just need to know where. If you're not,
You're still helping your wife.
James thinks Brittany has confessed to everything, including that he had been there during the crime. As his next plan of action, he decides to separate himself from the situation. But what he doesn't know is that by continuing to talk to the detectives, he is only digging his own grave.
Okay, were you with her when the body was dumped?
Yes.
Okay. If we went out driving, did you take it back up to Rush Run?
We wasn't up the Rush Run, man. He's off the bridge. He's in the river.
Okay. What bridge? Middletown Bridge?
No. Cincinnati.
Down in Cincinnati?
Well, it's the bridge goes from Kentucky to Indiana.
Okay. How did you what time of day or night is this?
This was about 3 o'clock this morning.
This morning? Okay. What did you do with the other two kids go with you then?
No, they was at home and fast asleep.
Alright, so both of you guys get up. We gotta do something. And then take him down to Cincinnati off 71. You're thinking
275, yeah.
Okay, and just throw him, did you go throw him off the bridge or did you?
Throw him off the bridge.
Was it like a stream or was it the actual river?
The actual river.
The Ohio River, the big one.
Yes.
You threw your son off a bridge in a river.
Look at me. I know this is hard on you.
Now I'm going to jail just for helping her.
Okay, we can figure all that out. Okay, listen.
See, sir, that makes you guilty because you're more worried about what you're crying about right now. You're doing a CCTC. It's a pattern here. You're doing the same thing the other parents was doing in the other cases. You're crying about you going to jail instead of you crying about your deceased son that you helped your wife throw in a river. So you're more worried about your life ending in jail than your son's life that you and your wife decided to end for some odd reason. That makes you more guilty, sir. And you're going to jail. I want to let you know that right now. All the crying, I try to train my detectives to be a little sensitive. That's why he got up and tried to comfort you a little bit, but you're going to jail. Okay? Okay.
This ain't fair to me. It ain't fair to the little boy either. We'll figure it out.
I told her that. I mean, when she called me and told me she was at the wrong place, I told her to turn around, come home. Turn around, come home.
At the wrong place. You mean a Rush Run?
At Rush Run.
Okay. What was her plan then? Because he didn't accidentally get fall.
I don't know, sir. I mean, the story she told me when she came home, 1 minute it was he had the handle door, and she took off and he fell.
On the car? On the van?
On my van.
Okay.
Then the next minute it was that he was chasing after her, tripped and fell.
So she told you a couple different stories?
Yes.
James claims to not know the actual truth, as Brittany had told him multiple stories of what had actually happened. Detectives then decide to confront Brittany with everything James had told them, as they know they do not have the full story yet. What follows is incredibly shocking.
We're just trying to figure out, exactly what you were thinking. Why? Because from what you've said, and please correct me if I'm wrong, James told you, I want the kids gone, I don't want to see them no more.
Yes.
When you loaded up in the car with the
Sickening.
you left Crawford Street with all 3 kids.
Yes.
James was in that house.
Yes.
He wanted you to take them somewhere and never bring them back.
Yes.
Okay. So you're
You
confused.
sick bastard.
You care about James.
You wanted your kids to be gone and never
You
come
care
back.
about James, right?
Yes.
So you take off driving. So you get to Rush Run, and did you tell them, hey, how about in pee or the date?
Well, at first they said I have to pee. I said, okay, well, go ahead and go to the bathroom.
You got out and you went in through the side door.
The side back door, yes.
Right, and you lifted him out.
Yes.
Set him on the ground.
Yes. I didn't throw him or anything. I just
Okay,
set him
sure. Nobody is saying you did. So once he's on the ground, what happened then?
I went to go pull off.
Where was James whenever you backed up and pulled out? Little James.
Well, I wasn't all the way into the parking spot.
Mhm.
I was just like halfway there, not all the way there. When I went to go pull away, I'm guessing he had the handle.
Right.
And then I went to go drive off, and he, of course, had a handle. When I looked, he didn't have it. And so I heard him screaming. I don't remember. I thought it was for sure Rachel, but they both. I don't know.
Why were they screaming? Because you were leaving?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they knew I wasn't going to.
This story is not adding up, ma'am.
So, they were standing by the bathroom, a stall, whatever.
I'm in the middle of a case right now.
It is. And James was kind of standing close to them, but not that close. And as I showed you on the paper, I just went around him and didn't realize he had the handle.
Did you see him grabbing a handle?
No.
You're just
but when I kind of like, I'm assuming he grabbed the handle because I kind of pulled him.
Okay, officers, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. This bitch is dumb. So what I'm gonna need you guys to do is I'm gonna need you to get a little bit more aggressive, because right now, you're being too nice, and I know I train you to be a little understanding and sometimes even act like you're understanding or you have sympathy. But right now, I'm gonna need you to turn it up a little and get a little bit more aggressive, because quite frankly, this bitch is pissing me off. I don't know any other way to say it. So yeah, turn it up a little and really get the answers out of this young bitch. Thank you. Copy.
A little bit, not much. And he got up and then fell back down. I guess I kind of probably made him hurt his knee on the ground or something. Mm-hmm. And he lost his balance. And he tried to catch his balance. He didn't get to. Right. And he fell and busted his head on the ground.
Without even a hint of remorse, Brittany has carefully narrated the incident, claiming it to be an accident, thinking that it would make her look less guilty for her child's death.
So when you got back home with James, you're back. You come back.
And then she's not understanding a big part that makes her. It's just nothing you can say to change this. Okay, your kid accidentally fell. Whatever. Let's say I believe that. Let's say me and my detectives believe that. But answer this, ma'am. Okay. Answer this. Why did you and your husband or boyfriend, whatever this man is to you, why did you guys throw the little boy in a river? Huh? Why did you do that? I get it. I get it. Your kid accidentally fell. That still doesn't explain why you threw the kid in a river instead of having a proper funeral for your kid that you loved. You didn't want to have a funeral for him. You just threw his body in the river. You didn't even let nobody know he was deceased. And then you decided to report to the... Yeah, I totally forgot about that part. Then you decided to report to the police that the kid was missing when you knew you harmed the kid and ended his life in GTA. So you're going to jail regardless. You and your baby father. Okay? Okay.
How do you bring James? You carry James into the house, or does James go out and get him?
I carried him in.
Okay.
Where are the clothes at that you were wearing when you carried them in?
Sitting on top of my laundry basket.
Are they dirty?
Yeah.
Right, I got you.
So you carry the boy back inside.
Mm-hmm.
Have you already contacted James and told him what happened? Okay, by text or by call?
It was a text.
You sent him a text?
Yes, and then he called me, told me to bring him back because he couldn't get James to listen.
So you bring the kid back, you carry the kid in, and then what happens? Where do you put the kid? Where do you put James?
I just laid him on the when you walk in the door, that room right there, on the floor.
The front, when you walk in the front living room?
Yes, the front room.
So the living room?
Where the couch is, yes. I laid him on the floor.
Okay.
The bare floor.
Mm-hmm.
And
you're making it worse for yourself, man.
James took him upstairs.
And put him in the bedroom.
We're going to give you a few-minute break, and then we'll be right back. Do you need anything? Do you need a restroom? Do you need anything?
I wish I
Nope,
had anxiety.
don't
Not
give her
a
anything.
single tear on this mother's face yet, which goes to show she doesn't really care about her kid, something you don't see very often at this level. James then tells the detective how he and Brittany got rid of the evidence by dumping little James's body into a river.
Took off about halfway across the bridge, stopped, put it in park. She grabbed his feet, I grabbed his shoulders and threw it.
You guys pull up. You guys see a car, you pull over right before the bridge, or 100 yards before the bridge. Right around there. You wait, you go by. As soon as that happens, you guys pull up, and you just, I mean, there's really not much room there.
She jumps out.
Did you? Okay.
I didn't even open my driver's door. I just climbed around. She opened the side slider door, grabbed his feet. I grabbed his shoulders. Not that I'm aware of, sir. I mean, as soon as we let her go, I jumped right back in the van. When we got going some, she looked at me and said, I heard him hit. Kind of giggled about it even.
Right. So, did you see him, did he float? Did you see him
I
floating?
don't know. I had no idea. She got straight back in the van and we took off.
And again, that's kind of where we are. You're worried entirely too much about what she said.
Well,
No, listen. I want the whole truth too. That's why you know the whole truth. You're sitting here fishing me to see what I know, and I've been fished by the best of them, and I'm not going to be about it, but you ain't the best.
James's attempts to
There you
outsmart
go.
the detective are failing, so he finally comes clean.
I
as he
requested
realizes there's no way-
that my detectives get more aggressive, and as you can see here, that's exactly what he's doing. Good job.
He's getting out of this now.
I've got a lot of info here.
She wanted something to help hold him down in the water. There was a brick tied to his chest.
There's a brick tied to him.
Yes.
What kind of brick?
About this long, about that thick.
Like a cinder block brick, or like what kind of brick?
Something like a center block brick. It's, it's more like a yard walking stone brick. I mean, it's about this long, like I said.
Right. Where'd you get the brick? You go out of the back of your yard, and you go to the right down the alley, or to the left down the alley?
To the right.
So you went to the right. Did you go to the cross alley, or did you go all? So you go to the cross alley and you make a left. So you see, this is how this works. I know a load of information about this. A lot of it's been confirmed, and I've ruled out some of it. Well, some of it that you told us initially. Now, with that being said, I'm not holding that against you because you're a little bit freaked out. But here's where we are. Right now is going to be one of your only opportunities to genuinely show me that you're going to cooperate. This is good. This is good because I knew all this.
The detectives have enough information from James to charge him, and seeing James stick to his final story of him not knowing what Brittany was going to do after she took the kids, they decide it's finally time to talk to Brittany, who will end up revealing the brutal truth.
Okay, I need a shower. Like, you can see I'm breaking out everywhere.
No. Fuck that shower. You're gonna sit here and you're gonna give my detectives all the information they need to take your fat ass to jail. Okay? You don't need a shower. You will take plenty of showers in jail. Just make sure you hold on tightly to that bar of soap that you're given.
So we'll drop you back off. I got a question for you though. Are you willing to talk to me about what happened?
Yeah.
First off, I need to know why you guys are down in Richmond, Indiana, at Walmart.
I didn't go to any Walmart.
You did not go to any
No,
Walmart?
that's why I'm looking at you like, what are you talking about?
Did he take the kid to go to Walmart?
He might have. I don't know.
Okay. So,
That's what I'm trying to tell you. He does his stuff when I'm sleeping. So how am I supposed to know anything?
Well, I mean, you're not sleeping 24/7.
My man's would let me. I'd be sleeping 24/7.
Is he really where you said you don't be?
My son?
Yes.
Yes. That's where he dumped them.
Okay, but you were with him.
Yes. That is where.
That is where you guys went to do
Yes.
it. That's legit.
And yes, he said to make sure we dumped him on that side because of the currency or something goes this way. I don't know nothing about the water.
So it doesn't matter.
Even though it was an accidental.
I think it was, but you went there to dispose of your kids, to leave your kids out there is what you went to do.
I
That's a
went to
crime.
go there to drop them off, not to harm them or anything.
Okay, but you're still abandoning your children.
Brittany's description of events is chilling. The way she describes the accidental death of her son without showing any emotion or tears tells us the kind of creep she is. Seeing this, the detective gives Brittany a final chance to come clean, realizing she's going to be in more trouble than she thought she'd be in. Brittany changes her story for the
I
last
requested
episode.
that you get a little more aggressive, so detective, I'm gonna need you to get aggressive with this lady, just like you got aggressive with her husband, baby father, boyfriend, whatever. Okay.
Realizing she's going to be in more trouble than she thought she'd be in, Brittany changes her story as a last effort to pin the crime on James.
He wasn't responding when he got out of the van.
Where at?
Remember when I told you when we got there, he wasn't.
When you got
He was already dead before you got there. Yes or no?
Yeah, he had to because he wasn't.
Okay, then how did he die?
Whatever James did to him upstairs.
Okay, you need to tell me that. What did James do?
The kid, all three
kids. You can ask all three of them.
Because I know he hog-tied them.
Yeah, and he was beating them.
Why didn't you call us?
He wouldn't let me have a phone.
Okay, so he's dead before you even take him out of the house. Is that correct?
Yeah, I didn't know it.
Who loaded him up in the car? So he didn't walk to the car.
The kids, like, basically helped him to the car.
Helped who?
The other two kids helped James to the car.
Your two other kids carried dead James to the car.
He, like...
Okay,
am I
lying?
No, am I not making this sense?
No,
No,
not at
you're
all.
not.
Can you please stop yelling at me?
No. They're not gonna listen. They're not gonna stop yelling at you because I gave them instruction. Are you paying them? Answer me that. Are you paying these detectives? No, you're not. That's what I thought. I gave them instructions to get more aggressive with you because I'm sick of it. I'm sick of your bullshit. I'm sick of the lies. I'm sick of the changing of stories. I'm sick of the two different stories from you and your baby father. I'm fed up. So I made my officers get aggressive with you. That's why we have one of my detectives over here yelling at you now. And now you wanna, can you lower your voice? No, he's not.
No, not at all.
Can you please stop yelling at me?
You're going to sit here and tell me and tell us that
Can you
your
stop yelling at
other
me?
babies carried
No.
the youngest one to the car.
Can you not kill your kids in GTA?
No, that's why I keep trying to tell y'all. I didn't do anything to that little boy.
You did, yeah, you did. You didn't help him, number one. Okay? You're a grown-ass adult. That's a little baby. How many times, what are they going to say about you hitting on him?
No, I'm not really hitting him at all. I make them stand in it.
What are they going to say about you hitting on them that night with James upstairs?
They're probably just going to say I whipped their butt. That's about it. Like you said, you do your children.
Right.
But
You just said you don't hit them. Now you whipped their butt.
After hours of interrogation, Brittany is crying
Horrible
for the first
liar.
time ever, describing her son's death so casually, calling him little boy instead of my son, and changing stories every minute has led detectives to confirm that
And
this is indeed a cold.
Let me let you know why she's crying. She's crying the same reason all the other mothers in these other cases is crying. She's crying because she's more worried about the time she will spend in jail than her deceased son that she threw in a river. That's why she's crying.
The killer, and they've had enough of her lies.
I'm about to lose my temper, and I'm trying not to. I'm going to take a break.
Do you want to talk to me or no?
He's a little angry, and I don't blame him.
Because you're not going to tell me the truth. You've sat back there in that jail, and you've tried to come up with some excuse for the. Hold on, let me move over here. I'm too close to you.
Yep, get all up in her face and be aggressive.
Listen, okay? You've sat back there in that jail, and you've tried to come up with some reason to justify you not getting charged with murder. Here's where we are, okay? You took them out there hoping no one would ever see them, find them, or you would never see them or hear from them again. Is that a safe assumption?
Brittany was finally sentenced to life in prison with the
Thank
possibility
you.
of parole after 21 years.
No
James,
no
on the other
possibility
hand,
of parole.
was sentenced to 19 years in prison for playing his part in the murder of 6-year-old James. If you enjoyed this video, watch this one.
They
and
both
don't
shoulda
forget
got
to
life.
subscribe. Goodbye.
Well, they both should have got life. Hopefully, I haven't forgot about this. I definitely haven't forgot about this. Come on, float. You know what I'm talking about. So, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So, it don't have to load, but you know what I'm talking about. I haven't forgot about that filthy dumpster and hopefully the waste people of whatever county that was, I gave them a phone call. They didn't. I left a message, so hopefully they return my call. So that is the end of today's crime time. That is the end of today's investigations, and I feel sorry for these kids in this in these cases. But that is the end of today's crime time. This has been Taeda G's Interrogations, one of the best interrogators out there. Thanks for watching.